Okay, quick experiment. Try to tickle yourself. Right now. Ribs, armpit, bottom of the foot, your call. Nothing. Maybe a 2 out of 10 sensation at best. Definitely not the screaming, flailing, stop, stop, I can't breathe reaction you'd have if a friend did the exact same thing to you, in the exact same spot right now. So what's the deal? It's the same hand, the same spot. You can even apply the exact same pressure, and yet your own body looks at your own hand and goes, yeah, no, nice try. Every human who has ever tried this has failed in the exact same way. So if you've ever felt personally betrayed by your own armpit, don't worry. It's not you. It's not that you're just not ticklish. Your brain is doing this to you. On purpose. Every single time. The reason lives inside a part of your brain most people have never even heard of. The cerebellum. Try saying that 5 times fast, then immediately forget it. That's fine. The cerebellum's job, among other things, is to track your own movements like a slightly obsessive personal assistant. Every time any part of you moves, it's already calculated exactly what that's going to feel like, before it's even happened. So the moment your hand starts heading towards your ribs, your cerebellum's basically shouting, I know, it's you. Relax, before your fingers even land. And because your brain already knows the ending, it spoils the whole thing for itself. No surprise, no laughs. It's the equivalent of watching a movie after someone's already told you the twist. Turns out surprise is the entire secret ingredient. Without it, tickling is just touching. When somebody else goes for your ribs, your brain has zero advance warning. No idea where the hand's going. No idea when it'll land. No idea how hard. Total chaos, as far as your nervous system's concerned. And that chaos is the whole point. The tickle was never really about the touch. It's about your brain getting completely blindsided by it, which also explains why being tickled can feel weirdly awful and hilarious at the same time. Scientists studying this reckon ticklish laughter isn't really joy laughter. It's closer to a full-body alarm going off. Your ribs, neck, and stomach are all spots you'd really want to notice an unexpected touch on, fast. Back when unexpected touch might have meant something with teeth. So ticklishness might just be a built-in danger alarm wearing a clown costume. Naturally, scientists decided to test this theory, and one experiment in particular sounds like something you'd make up to win an argument. They built a machine where a person could drag a piece of foam across their own palm by moving a little lever. Riveting stuff so far. But sometimes the researchers sneaked in a tiny delay, less than a fifth of a second, between the lever moving and the foam actually touching the palm. And the longer that delay got, the more ticklish it felt. Despite the person doing literally the entire thing to themselves, start to finish. So apparently all you need to trick your own nervous system is a fifth of a second of confusion. Genuinely cheap thrill, if you can find a robot lying around. It gets weirder. One researcher wanted to know, what if your brain genuinely believed someone else's body was yours? Subjects wore video goggles hooked up to a camera on someone else's head, sitting across from them. Both people moved in sync, reaching, touching things, until the subject's brain quietly accepted. Yep, that's my body now, apparently. Then, mid-illusion, the subject pulled a lever that tickled both bodies, their real one and the one their brain now thought belonged to them, at the exact same instant. You'd think a brain that confused about its own address would finally let the tickle through. Nope. Didn't work, not even slightly. The scientist running it basically shrugged and said, even body-swapped, you still can't tickle yourself with your own movements. Turns out your brain isn't actually tracking whose body it is. It's tracking whose movement caused the touch. You moved it, so the alarm stays off, no matter how lost the rest of your brain gets about everything else. And just when you think this couldn't get any stranger, it happens in your dreams too. One researcher worked with lucid dreamers, people who realize they're dreaming, mid-dream, and can actually control what happens next. Naturally, she got them to try tickling themselves. Inside a fully imaginary world, where they could technically conjure a dragon if they wanted to. Didn't work. Not once. Even in a universe their own brain built from scratch, with zero physical limits, the rule held, you cannot surprise yourself. Some of them tried getting other characters inside the dream to do it instead. That mostly flopped too, for a brilliantly petty reason. The researcher called it dream character compliance, which is the polite scientific way of saying the imaginary people you invented in your own head sometimes just refuse to do what you ask. So even your own imagination has boundaries. Incredible. There is one genuine, real-world exception to all of this, though. A small number of people actually can tickle themselves. No trick, no delay, no goggles required. People living with schizophrenia. Researchers think it's the same prediction system, just misfiring. If your brain struggles to tell apart "I did this" from "something else did this," the self-tickle alarm cancel never switches on properly, and the tickle gets through. Which means this one ticklish loophole in your brain might actually be quietly involved in something way bigger. How your brain decides what counts as you and what counts as everything else. Heavy stuff for something that started with armpits. Okay, palate cleanser, because we've earned it. Rats laugh when you tickle them. Genuinely. Real, documented, peer-reviewed laughing. You'll never hear it, though. It's pitched way above human hearing, so scientists only found out using special microphones. Somewhere out there, a rat has been cackling this entire time, and nobody noticed for decades. And get this. Some of the rats liked it so much, they started chasing the hand around afterward, clearly demanding round two. Rats, demanding more tickles. Let that sink in. Baby chimps, gorillas, and orangutans do basically the same open-mouthed, panting laugh when tickled. It looks and sounds eerily like human giggling. Researchers think this means laughter-like behavior has been kicking around in mammal brains for tens of millions of years, long before anything human existed to enjoy it. So ticklishness isn't a quirky modern glitch. It's an ancient feature. You're running software older than continents. So next time you try, and fail, to tickle yourself, and let's be honest, you definitely tried at the start of this video, that's not a personal flaw. It's one of the oldest, quietest security systems your brain runs, every second, completely free of charge, with zero thanks. It only switches off the second somebody else's hand heads for your ribs. And for once, your brain genuinely has no idea what's coming.